Hi bookies! If you like childhood friends to lovers, fake dating, and that very specific kind of romance where everything is unresolved but the tension is doing backflips, you need to read Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Because this book, it didn't just give me butterflies, it gave me emotional whiplash in the best way possible. I cannot remember why I hadn't read it as soon as it came out because I absolutely adore this book. This story starts with our FMC, Danny Collins, moving back to Minnesota, where our MMC, Alec Bashevsky, lives. These two are childhood best friends who were inseparable but turned strangers who supposedly hate each other because of, well, a misunderstanding. Danny comes back expecting to connect back with nerdy Alec, but finds instead Zeus, the golden boy. He is the hockey star of a town where hockey is basically a religion. Somehow, they end up in a fake relationship for mutually beneficial reasons, while pretending they don't have feelings for the other. And obviously, things get complicated like fake dating ever goes right. I didn't expect this book to leave me feeling empty, but in a good way, I guess. Personally, it felt like a comfort book, which was phenomenally hooking to a point where I was literally waiting for the next Alec and Danny interaction, like my life depended on it. The miscommunication was addictive. Yes, yes, yes. I realize how that sounds, but this is miscommunication done right. I loved the fact that both Alec and Danny had real reasons to believe that the other had ghosted them, and the drama was just not for the plot without any substantial reason. What makes this book stand out isn't even the trope, it's how real the emotions feel. The miscommunication here isn't frustrated in a just talk to each other way, it's painful in a I understand why you believe that way, I guess. Both Danny and Alec are shaped by absence, missed chances, wrong assumptions, and the quiet kind of hurt that doesn't get resolved, just buried. Overall, it is a very cozy book that I would swoon over if given the opportunity. The fact that Alec was there for Danny every time from the start is so perfect. I love them. Alright, let's start with Danny Collins. She's the extrovert turned introvert because of bullying, shifting around a lot due to her parents' job. She is cautious and seemingly closed off because of trust issues, which are justified, but is a very sweet, realistic, and relatable character overall. She also suffers from social anxiety and not having a sense of belonging anywhere, which makes her lose her sassy spark. She gets it back after she realizes that Minnesota feels like home and she truly has friends who care for her. Danny especially feels real. She is not just shy or awkward, she's someone who learned to disappear. After years of instability, she convinces herself that being unnoticed is far safer than being known. It's not a weakness, it was protection. Psychologically, this feels like invisibility as armor, but it's still sad. And well, watching her slowly find a place where she does belong, where she feels seen again, that hits. Who am I kidding? No, that stabs. Uh, Next is Alec Bashevsky, the popular hockey team captain, aka Zeus, the life of the party and responsible. Impressive. Zeus as an identity was born from his successful athletic career, but eventually his popularity turned into pressure, and soon he was being weighed down by the stress of living up to everyone's expectation and providing for his family after his father's accident. He went from being a nerdy, unathletic boy to a hockey king. Glow up? Hell yeah. Also, he tried to be the jock Danny thinks that all athletes are, but that did not survive even their first meet. Because, oh my god, this man has never gotten over Danny. And he wasn't very subtle about it, obviously. Also, I don't think anyone told Alec that this book is supposed to be YA. Because whereas the first locker scene was cute and heart-fluttering, but the second, oh my god, the second was on whole another level. I mean, yeah, well, no blame, because Zeus apparently doesn't hold back when superstitions are involved. Side note, when you think about it, Alec hated Danny but spent every lunch break with her in library, even before they were pretending to date. I mean, make it make sense, bro. Okay, next is Benji Worthington. Stereotypically spoiled, rich, entitled, annoying. Great combo pack, by the way. Anyways, he also turned out to be manipulative, or maybe I'm just stupid because I realized it much later. Naturally, everyone hates him, but I didn't at first. I did dislike him from the start, especially after his and Alex's history was revealed, but didn't really hate him till he went like, oh my god, let me just take my revenge by taking the one thing Alec wants. Hello? Where do you find that much audacity? Benji? Disrespectfully? You are diabolical. Alright, anyways, moving on. Lastly, Mike Bosch. Danny's grandfather is a lovely character who tries his best to reconnect with his granddaughter after a few years of complete cut-off. He also later turns her into the push that brings Alec and Danny together. Also, I loved when he gifted Danny the Botch Collin jersey. Oh well, another side note. I love all the parents in the book, maybe except Danny's dad, because I have no idea how I feel about him. Sir, you do not make your daughter believe that her best friend ghosted her and have her make ugly decisions like choosing between her parents. I mean, I am happy for Danny, but I'll pass on the forgiving department. Before someone goes, he was just being protective. It's reasonable, but not enough to make me like him. Anyways, my favorite moment has to be the public speaking class because Alec literally gives his speech early with zero prep just because he could see Danny panicking. Like, he risked getting a bad grade without a thought. Respectfully, Zeus, you are not allowed to be this sweet while claiming you hate her. If I had to describe this book in one sentence, I'd say it's not about falling in love. It's about realizing you never stopped. The song of the book will be Little Leagues by Conan Gray and Sweat by Hayden Henderson. Cliche, yes, but I cannot listen to these songs without remembering the book anymore. I am rating this book as 4.7 stars, not a perfect 5, only because the middle drags a little, like I had to push through a few chapters. While it's not flawless, it is the kind of story that stays with you, the kind that makes you feel things you weren't expecting to feel. Like, I actually just sat there after finishing it, staring into nothing, because this isn't just a cute romance. It's like one of those stories where the emotions sneak up on you, and then suddenly you realize you're completely and absolutely invested. That too deeply. Well, if you like cute, cozy, and slightly chaotic reads, this book is for you. My next video will be a review of This Woven Kingdom by Tara Mafi. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to read a book with a similar vibe, I would recommend Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. I would love for you to drop your recommendations too. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.